chest is out, shoulders are back. You have this curvature in your spine, so your D shape is coming tailbone and up and around. So it's like a backwards capital D. So that's your D. C is the opposite. Shoulders are forward, pelvis goes forward, and then your center concaves and contracts in. So those are your two shapes. So when you're practicing this on your own, I want you to practice the two motions first, like we did in our warm-up, the D's and the C's, making sure that your head height isn't changing. And then once you're warmed up with that, then you can start applying the 4 different movements where you have D, chest is forward, D up, so your chest is facing the ceiling, C, hips go forward, collapse inward, C, and then C down. So you have D up, C down, D up, C down. And you can practice that on both sides because one side might feel stronger than the other. And then we did body rolls going backwards. So when you're practicing body rolls back to back, it's important that you have this step tap mechanism. So if I'm going to travel to my right heel's off the ground, and I'm doing a body roll, and then I step left, tap right to be set. Body roll, step, tap. Body roll, step, tap. Always prepping with that chest out. Body roll, step, tap. And I want to go through that preparation. So when I'm here, I want to go through that contraction so that way I can start over again really big. So the more that you contract, the bigger your body roll can look. And then when you're going to the other side, so you're traveling to your left heel is off the ground. Body roll, step, tap. Body roll, step, tap. Body roll, step, tap. So those are your traveling body rolls. And then the other part that we went over was practicing body movement for blocks. A lower body block means the lower body is stabilized, so the upper body is going to activate. So you're either going to your left, around to your left, or you're going around to your right. When you're practicing these torso circles, think of it in a diamond. Front, side, back, and side, or front, side, back, and side. And as you stretch more, that range of motion in your obliques will get better and grow from there. And then same thing with the hips. You have your diamonds that you're making. Pelvis going forward, where those hip bones are being pulled in towards your core. Forward, left, back, and right, or forward, right, back, and left. So practicing those isolations and then connecting them so that way eventually when you're doing your circles, it's not subtle, it's very intentional. Like I mentioned, your spatula scraping whatever goodies are left out of that bowl. You want to get all of it out when you're using your hips there. And then lastly, we talked a little bit about side waves. Side waves are multi-dimensional. So when you start a side wave, you have to open your body to get into the 3D first. So my shoulder's starting it, and I do my body roll. But then when I reverse out of it, I go back to being 2D. So I have to lift my left hip up, pour the T, so I'm stretching my left side. And then as I come up, I'm stretching, 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 and my head is lax. So one more time on your left side, shoulder, so you have 1, chest 2, 3 with your belly button area, pelvis 4, reverse, hip goes 5, pour the T and crunch, up 7, 8. And then your right side, shoulders starting, side wave, 1, 2, 3, pelvis 4, so now the weight is on that left hip, and then you want to pretend like that string is pulling your right hip up. 5, pour the T, 6, stretching that right side, 7, 8. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And really relaxing the head there. So that's everything that we have for part 1. And then part 2, talking about connection first before musicality.
We have 3 connection points for that part 2. We're here in this tabletop. We're going to give you what to do and remember what you want to avoid. Here, elbows up. So I'm flexing these elbows up. My hands are resting along your shoulder blades. And this is for me as a lead to have here. Rather than here, with the elbows down here, or even up here, my elbows are still down, or here, and feet right here. You want to be here without your shoulders up. Let your shoulders relax down. So we're here for this first point here.
Follows, make an L with your pointer finger and your thumb. Place those on the collarbones. Pretend like you have a magnet under each elbow and connect those magnets. So I'm not offset from my lead. I want to be right in line with my lead's elbows. So that way as they're pushing up a little bit, I can relax down.
Second, so with this, we maintain this while we're here. Even basic. Boom. Even basic. Even with waves. Here, maintain that full connection, whether you're out with the C's and D's for the body rolls, or you're here for reverse body wave roll like this. Elbows are still out, and drive up with your legs standing up. The second point with the front to back. We have 2 touch points. For the first one, and this one is number 2, inflate the rib cage as your balloon. We're going to create that static charge between us, that electrifying bachata magic, right? So, inflate, make connection here, my right pocket to your back left pocket, my front right shoulder to your back your back left shoulder. She's leaning back a little bit on the top and pushing back a little bit on the back end, and I have my knees bent.
Mine too.
And we're here. Whether we're here in basic, 5, 6, 7, 8, we still maintain connection, or whether we're here, slap taps, we're still maintaining 2-point connection here for the whole time. When I ask for them to do something, I'm doing the exact same thing. So if I'm asking this for them, I'm doing the exact same thing for the full range of both of our bodies. Adding in the arm, we're wrapped here below, and it's a slight squeeze, and this is a...
It's usually at the hip though.
Yes. We're right here.
Hip bone is the easiest thing to find. It depends if your follows wearing a crop top and like if we're wearing leggings or jeans, and if they're high-waisted or low-waisted. So going for the hip bone is like the safest. And notice how Josh is using his wrist. You don't really want to grab or hold your follow by the center of the stomach because that's not always comfortable for everybody there.
So here, comfort level is great. Trust, you know somebody. This is option 2 on the bottom right edge of that rib cage here. This works too. If you're like, I don't know somebody, right here. This is great. With here, compression inflates, connection points here and here. If one of those 2 are not there, recommend avoiding for the time being during the song and revisit it later on when you're here. So for the third point here, we're going to go back and utilize that first point with the elbows out here.
Tabletop.
Body's fluid for basic. Movement 7, 8. My whole body flexes except for my arms are the ones that have motion. My whole body flexes to maintain that base so they have a strong balance point. If I go like this, they're like, no. They won't say it to you, but they might go to the bathroom a lot at the social, and they might be like, well, you just went to the bathroom, really?
And follow stress. All we want to do here is really make sure that we establish a safe connection from tabletop. So my pelvis is already connected, so I'm not doing one of these trying to figure it out mid-movement. I'm already connected in tabletop with my pelvis. So anything from here, I can use my pelvis to anchor, and the trust is there because I'm fully trusting my lead as long as their frame is strong. I technically don't need my hands, although I will be using them here.
My left leg is either forward, in front of my right leg, or behind my right leg. They're not side to side. This is great for counterbalance, just in case one of us goes a little too fast, like we have counterbalance.
Yeah, you can catch us
here, or here to draw your way back to stabilize us together. The whole time when we're doing that, the elbows are out, hands are out. Use your forebeats as much as possible. I'm always watching where my movement is going. Wherever I'm suggesting the movement, I'm watching that body part to make sure it's there where I think it should be. Is there?
And then moving into music interpretation, you always want to think about social dancing, a song, cold temp, warm temp, and hot temp. You want to save the hot temp, the really exciting, sexy, saucy stuff for when there's that chorus, that familiarity, that climax of the song. What we got to today was cool and like only half an 8 count of warm temp. So whenever a lead is dancing with us, leaders, you're kind of doing this checklist of like, does my follower trust me? Are they nervous? What's their level at? How big is their basic? You're going through all these checklists in your head. Follows to accommodate that, to show them, how comfortable or maybe not comfortable we are. We're doing our best to relax and communicate with our body language where we're at. So I want to relax my hands into their hands and follow what is being suggested.
Here are some Lego pieces that can be utilized for intros of song, and you can plug and play how we like for mixing it up. We're here palm to palm, fingers pointed up to the ceiling. We're using counts 1 through 4. The bachata beat maybe isn't there yet the bongo, but we have a bass line though. So we have 1, 2, 3. Maybe you have some open movement with the next 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop, change your grip. And 6, 7, 8. Change your grip here. 1, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Basic. 1, 2. Small CBL. 5. Very gentle. Very gentle back away. Very gentle. And then if the beat drops, great. Go into basic. Have some moves for a warm up. What we just did for intro is definitely cool time. There's very minimum movement, but we're still moving to the beat. Rather than right away, song hits, but the vocal is not there. The full band is not playing, and we're like this. We're like
going to the basic, and the music's not telling us to quite dance bachata yet.
it's pretty intense. It's warmed up.
We'll show you with the music so you have a reference point. This is the song Siri. Who sings it? Or who's the DJ?
Did you ask me?
DJ Husky. All right.